Once our polypeptide has been released from the ribosome after it's been made, and that is our primary structure, then the protein is going to start to interact with itself and fold. Looking at the secondary structure of a protein first. A secondary structure represents folding in localized regions of the protein. How these folding sites occur are due to hydrogen bonding between the nitrogen of one amino acid to the carbonyl oxygen of another amino acid. These dots, so we have that hydrogen on that amino group, and we have those dots going to that oxygen on that carbonyl group. Remember, as long as nitrogen has a hydrogen on it, it can donate a hydrogen bond. The oxygen on the carbonyl has lone electron pairs, which means it can accept that hydrogen bond. Therefore, what we are looking at in our secondary structure is hydrogen bonding within the backbone of the protein. No side groups are going to be interacted with. It's just the carbonyl of the carboxylic acid and the nitrogen of the amino. There are two types of structures that can be formed based off of this folding. The first is the alpha helix. So you have kids, so you can have art supplies, right? That's how I explain it. So an alpha helix is a spiral or a coil, and roughly every 3.6 amino acid residues, because averages, whatever, you would have a hydrogen bond. So that hydrogen bond is going to occur between these spirals, allowing it to maintain this spring-like shape. These shapes are made in clockwise direction, and the R groups would be pointing out because we need that space to have the backbone oriented to each other. So the R groups are all going on the outside with the backbone interior. Then we can have the beta sheets or the beta pleated sheets. Pleated is not a term that's used often with the current generation. They're making a comeback. But if you think about like pleated skirts or pleated dress pants, you have the fabric that's folding. That's what a pleat is. And so these are called beta pleated sheets or beta sheets. So if we take that protein, it's going to kind of go back and forth like a switchback on a mountain trail. And the hydrogen bonding is going to be occurring between these switchbacks. That is going to put the R groups above or below. My pipe cleaner doesn't want to stay level. Above or below this switchback or beta pleated sheets. So these are the two different ways in which a secondary protein can be folded. The secondary proteins that we know of, or the most common secondary proteins, are going to be your collagen. That is like in your skin, your ears, and keratin. Keratin can be found in your hair and your nails. Those proteins remain at the secondary structure. They don't go any further. So as I'd mentioned before, primary is not an activated protein. So really a primary structure is the polypeptide. Once you have your beta pleated sheets and or your coils, your alpha helices, that is when the protein can be activated to do a job.